What up, peoples? Mr. Anomaly coming at you again. Another day with Mr. A. Happy A Day, happy A Day. And I don't know what I'm going to title this one, but we live in a society where majority of women have already been humbled by the man that they had their eyes on. Either he put the wood on them or she chose him and he rejected her, and she feels some kind of way. I was just thinking about my girl.
Expect having the PhDs and master degrees to put on my wall in academia, but I have a master degree in being played by men, used by men, told everything I want to hear to get me in them positions. And I am, to be honest with you, I'm just going to be real about it. I'm very upset by being made a fool out of and we're about to.
I'm very upset by being made a fool out of. You know, when you think about the romantic programming that the majority of women are under nowadays, they all think they're unique. They all think they're special. All these women, all of them, thanks to social media, and it's always been like that, guys. Nothing new is under the sun. I think about Joseph and Potiphar's wife, and when a woman's truly humbled by a man, they feel some kind of way. Typically, in this society, a lot of men they chase money. So a lot of guys who are non-Potiphar type men, by the way, dudes who have the money and the physicality, the one percenters, those dudes are rare. But the majority of these women are getting played by men, their choice, of course, and they feel some kind of way. So most men are dealing with women who have already been imprinted in some capacity. I think about the story with Joseph though, because it's not all about money. You can make a woman feel some kind of way if you're different. This resonates with me because I talk a lot about the whole not having sex thing. I might have mentioned it once or twice on this channel, and the spiritual awareness, the blessings I have from the Most High. And whenever you're around women who are used to dealing with certain types of men, certain type of energy, and you reject them, and you don't even have to say anything, just the way you carry yourself, they know. And they can feel some kind of way. Like I said again, I've mentioned before, being in low vibration areas, having pookies mean mug me and stuff like that because I make their queens feel some kind of way. And we live in a society where women think they can just turn it on and turn it off. The story of Joseph resonates with me. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I just wanted to, nothing new under the sun, y'all. Nothing new under the sun. Do a little bit of reading here, man. This is Genesis 39. Where are we at here? We'll start at verse 5. So he was in prison. Potiphar saw him. He had that anointing. He invited him in. From the day Joseph was put in charge, the Lord began to bless Potiphar for Joseph's sake. All his household affairs began to run smoothly, and his crops and livestock flourished. So Potiphar gave Joseph complete administrative responsibilities over everything he owned. With Joseph there, he didn't have to worry. He didn't have a worry in the world except to decide on what he wanted to eat. Now Joseph was a very handsome and well-built young man. And about this time, Potiphar's wife began to desire him and invite him to sleep with her. Nothing new under the sun. And this story resonates with me because we live in a society that we have too many Potiphars and Ahabs in power. This dude has his money, status. Does he have the woman? And you know Joseph isn't the first dude that she made advances towards. She's used to dudes kowtowing her. This story resonates with me. These women out here, because I've been around this. Like I said, she's so used to dealing with dudes kissing her ass, banged out by Pookie, banged out by Chad. And she sees you on a different frequency, and then you reject her, she can feel some kind of way. That's why I be going in on community a lot, because I'm living this. That's why this story resonates with me. About this time, Potiphar's wife began to desire him, invited him to sleep with her. But Joseph refused. Look, he told her, my master trusts me with everything in his entire household. No one here has more authority than I do. He has held back nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How could I ever do such a wicked thing? It would be a great sin against God. She kept putting pressure on him day after day, but he refused to sleep with her, and he kept out of her way as much as possible. Tried to avoid her. Kept on, kept on, kept on, and that just made her want him even more. And again, he resists, and if he clapped those cheeks, he'd just be another soul on her elephant graveyard of corpses. No different than today. You part of the legion of dudes that cream pie her. She consumes your soul. Mr. A don't want nothing to do with this crap, man. One day, however, no one else was around when he was doing his work inside the house. She came and grabbed him by his shirt, demanding, "Sleep with me." Joseph tore himself away, but as he did, his shirt came off. She was left holding it as he ran from the house. Joseph said, "Get the hell away. Be gone, thought." Joseph, I'm getting the hell up out of here, man. When she saw that she had his shirt and that he had fled, she began screaming. You goddamn simps, bro. Soon, all the men around the place came running. "My husband brought this Hebrew slave here to insult us," she sobbed. "He tried to R-word me, but I screamed." When he heard my loud cries, he ran and left his shirt behind with me. She kept the shirt with her, and when her husband came home that night, she told him the story. "That Hebrew slave you had around here tried to make a fool of me," she said. "I was saved only by my screams." He ran out, leaving the shirt behind. After hearing his wife's story, Potiphar was furious. He took Joseph and threw him into prison where the king's prisoners were held. But the Lord was with Joseph there too and granted Joseph favor with the chief jailer. Guys, we're not doing anything new under the sun. Potiphar's wife, that spirit, is running rampant today. The Jezebel spirit. Too many Potiphars, Ahab's in power. King Ahab, another one. Jezebel's running this dude because he's a goddamn simp. Just like him, the woman screams and cries. Everybody rushes to her defense. Don't ask any goddamn questions. This story resonates with me because, like I said, I'm a man who's walking a different path. And yes, they can feel some kind of way, especially whenever she decides she wants to turn it on and turn it off. I'm a good woman now. I'm not like that no more. And in her mind, because again, they all got the Dumb and Dumber programming, she believes this. And then if you reject her, she can feel some kind of way. Used and abused. Yeah, you can have the money and status and make them feel some kind of way too. But the point I'm trying to make is not every man can truly make a woman feel some kind of way. And I'm not trying to say it's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying it is. The majority of these women nowadays have already been with the man that they chose. He humbled her, and she feels some kind of way. They don't ever shake that. They don't ever shake that. That's why I say you better get your shit together, man. Out here, your coach, get leverage and options. Leverage and options. But it is what it is, man. I just want to do a ramble on that because there's nothing new under the sun. Married to a rich simp, the whole world kowtows to her, and it's still not enough. She wants Joseph. How dare you reject me? We already know she got all kinds of simps that'll give her the wood. That Joseph wasn't her first. But that resonates with me, man, because again, the path that I'm walking, making them feel some kind of way, they're simp Potiphars, trying to look at me, come on, bro. Come on, y'all. This stuff is spirit. This stuff is spirit, man. I don't know. There ain't no point to this. I just want to just put that out there, bro. The Jezebel spirit. Nothing new under the sun. Simps are still simping. And what type of society we live in? A society that's bent the knee to the Jezebel. Believe all women. It's so much so, Cassie. People was actually believing Cassie was some kind of goddamn victim. And she's a freaking throat goat with herpes all down her throat because she likes all the sausages. We live in a society where we have too many Potiphars and Ahabs in power. And it's just a trickle-down effect. The low spiritual vibration. So much so, you got grown-ass men saying that they're women and can go in a little girl's bathroom. Well, I guess they cracking down on that shit now, but y'all get my point. But I ain't nothing else to add on that one. I just wanted to just share that, man. Nothing new under the sun, y'all. We ain't doing nothing but a repeat. How many times have we been here? And like I said before, I'll say it again. They all think they're unique. You know what? I'm gonna play a quick clip from the while we're here. Where are you at?
Men will continue to sleep with women in their 30s, but they won't consider them for marriage and long-term partnerships as frequently. Every woman seems to believe that she's the exception to this rule. She almost certainly is not. And the thing is that this doesn't technically have to do with attractiveness. Yes, physical attractiveness tends to diminish as a function of time, but many women are still physically attractive in their 30s. However, even for these women, their odds of securing a high-value man decrease with each passing year through their 30s. Why? Well, those attractive women often justifiably believe that they're entitled to high-value men. And these same high-value men enjoy incredible optionality. Many of them aren't going to be interested in settling down anytime soon. And those who are significantly more likely to choose a woman who, all other things being equal, offers a better reproductive opportunity.
Can't tell them nothing. I just wanted to share that. I was a doctor that did that video the other day. All men are incels. Said the same thing. I highly doubt he watches Mr. A's content. 99.99% of them all think they're unique. And then when they're not, talk like our girl right here.
And I am, to be honest with you, I'm just going to be real about it. I'm very upset by the degrees to put on my wall in academia, but I have a master's degree in being played by men, used by men, told everything I want to hear to get me in them positions. And I am, to be honest with you, I'm just going to be real about it. I'm very upset by being made a fool out of.
That's the majority of women. The only woman that doesn't apply to is a virgin. Again, more uncomfortable truths that we don't want to tell ourselves. Once you've been played, used, and abused, they don't shake that. And they will make the man pay who puts him on a pedestal who doesn't see it. But like I said again, it ain't all about the money. The spirituality, I do it all the time. Yep, story of Joseph. It ain't all just physical. But yeah. Something to think about, man, for those you might be walking a different path. But that's all I got on this one. I am out. Latest.